You don't support me, I won't support you. That's what MetaZoo is saying in their recent post on their Discord, talking about the local game store rollouts. And what they announced is some changes in how they're going to deal with local game stores, and this is pretty much in line with what I thought. And Mike had said, in the spirit of supporting our MetaZoo Play Network, players, collectors, and the community at large, we will be coordinating with our distributors to make sure that the allocation of MetaZoo's future core sets is only available to local game stores that do the following. And they need to be registered at play.metazoogames.com. They need to sign up for the store locator. They need to host at least 2 MetaZoo sanctioned play or release events on the MetaZoo Play Network per month. And they need to continue to uphold the high standards of community development and support expected of an LGS that represents the MetaZoo brand. So what they're really saying is, we're only going to work with local game stores that are committed to helping the brand grow. And this is a great strategy for them, especially when you consider that Mike has said multiple times that they're not going to increase print runs. It's going to keep MetaZoo very specific to local game stores that want to commit to the game, to the brand. Those conditions need to be met ahead of the pre-order period for UFO. There is a second level to this as well. They're going to be offering partnership accounts to local game stores with the following benefits. Those partnership LGSs will get allocation directly from MetaZoo at wholesale pricing. Their allocation will ship directly from MetaZoo. They will get special prize support, and they'll get a higher allocation of MetaZoo. And in order to qualify for the partnership level, the higher level of allocation, you need to be obviously signed up at play.metazoogames.com. You need to sign up for the store locator. You need to host at least 3 sanctioned play or release events per month. You need to agree to the MAP and the MSRP rules. And this is something interesting because what happens with any release really, and I've talked about this in some of the Discord channels I've been in, is a product releases, and cool, it's going to start at MSRP at that pre-order, but your local game stores are going to start undercutting each other. They're going to say, hey, you're offering it for 140, well, I'm offering it for 135. And then the next one comes along, okay, well, I'm going to do 130. Next one comes along, right? And you start to see booster boxes bottoming out at 100. I was able to get Wilderness booster boxes at $100 before the release. So what I imagine that these special rules are going to be is going to say, hey, you know, if we're giving you these allocations, you need to offer it at this price. Which is good and bad. It's good for the secondary market. It's not so great for those jumping in early to try to get the cards that they want or the sets that they want. I think it's a good idea. I want to support my local game stores. I want to support people that are doing MetaZoo. I'm fine paying MSRP, but it is nice to get a booster box for $100, you know? And lastly, they need to uphold the high standards of community development and support expected of the LGS that represents the MetaZoo brand, similar to the other tiers. So the real difference is 3 events per month and the MSRP rules to get the higher tier of allocation. Overall, I think it's good to see the details of how an LGS can become a partner or get allocation from MetaZoo. And there's a couple things that you can do to help out. First thing, talk to your local game store. See if they're interested in participating, and if you want them to, you might need to show that there's interest. So get on Discord channels, get on Facebook groups, find people in your area that are willing to talk to your local game store and say, yes, I will be there for events, I will definitely show up. 2, become a MetaZoologist. In order to properly run games, they're going to need MetaZoologists there to help judge and understand the rules of the game and make decisions on what is a valid move for play. If you've been on the fence about becoming a MetaZoologist, it's important now more than ever that we get people becoming MetaZoologists and out there helping their local game stores with these events. And 3 is do what you can to help build the MetaZoo community in your area. The bigger the community in your area, the more likely that your local game store is going to be able to commit to doing these events and getting the allocation that you're hoping they can get. Well, that's really what I wanted to touch on with this update, is the updates to the LGS guidelines and what you can do to help your community. If you have any other thoughts on how people can help their local game stores succeed in this endeavor, please comment below. Thank you, and I'll catch you in the next one.